Today we're making kombucha! Hi everyone, my name is Srokosz, registered holistic nutritionist, meal planning mediator, and founder of lovewhatyoueat.ca. Today we're talking about something that I said that I would never do, and life lesson that we all know, never say never. It just, it ends up biting you in the bum. So as a mom, a busy mom, a mom who's interested in keeping myself the healthiest that I can be, but still being busy, I'm always looking for things that take the least amount of time to do and give me the greatest reward. So whether it be the greatest reward in nutrition, time, later on in the week, energy, any of those things, I'm looking to invest the least possible amount of time. Not because I'm lazy, but because life happens and other things just get in the way. If I don't take those little snippets of time and take care of myself, I just forget about it and move on to other things. So today I'm sharing with you how to make kombucha and what kombucha even is. So kombucha is a fermented tea drink, and it's becoming very popular, and I know this because even in my small-ish city of about 50,000, I have friends that are starting to ask me, and people that kind of know that I'm in the nutrition field and holistic nutritionist, and they're like, do you know about this kombucha thing? So I know that if people locally are asking me, then people who are finding me online or people who are interested in health, moms, are probably coming across this maybe on Pinterest as well or Facebook, and they're like, what is this whole, what is kombucha? So it's a fermented tea. You drink it and it is full of probiotics. So it is full of lovely gut nourishing, gut cleansing, taking care of your gut, where 70 to 80% of your immune system lives. So your intestines and your digestive tract is actually technically on the outside of your body. You can think of your body like a donut. There's a hole that goes right through the inside, which is your digestive tract, from your mouth to your bum when you poop it out. Food goes in, and it is our body's job to get the nutrients that are in the food through the intestinal wall into our bloodstream and into our body and our cells, where it can be used to do all the lovely things that we want it to do, like, give us energy, run all of our metabolism, make us feel good. And all of that starts in our gut. If we don't have any food going in, any nutrients getting through there, you're gonna feel like crap. You're not gonna have any energy. One of the most common complaints that I get are bloating, acid reflux, indigestion, cramping, abnormal bowel movements, and kombucha can help with all of those, and it is way cheaper than buying fancy probiotics, and it's so easy to do. I said that I would never make it because I thought it was this crazy involved process that was going to involve like hours of my time, and it turns out it involves about 10 minutes every 2 weeks, and you get to reap the benefits of it every single day, and it's so easy. So I'm going to show you how. I'm ready to make a new batch. So think of brewing kombucha just like you would brew wine or you would brew beer, and so it's the same thing. We have to sit it and mix it with some sugar and let it ferment. So what I have here is what's called my little baby SCOBY. So I have my firstborn, Alex, my son, who's 18 months old, and then I have my SCOBY, who I've brewed about 4 batches of kombucha with, and each batch right now is taking me between 10 days and 2 weeks to brew, depending on how strong you like it. You're actually going to taste it as you go. But eventually, if you just let it brew forever, it will turn into vinegar and your little SCOBY guy will die. So what a SCOBY is it's your starter culture. So just like when someone is making sourdough bread or any other yeasted product and they have to kind of let it sit overnight, like you open the little yeast packet when you're making bread and you add it there. What that is a specific strain of bacteria and yeast cultures that you're adding to something that doesn't have any number of bacteria in it yet, and you're letting those cultures grow and feast on the sugar that you're mixing it with, and they multiply and then they ferment the food, and the byproduct is that they create gas and they make everything bubbly. So like in bread, where it has lovely airy bubbles and you have a nice light baked product, in kombucha it makes almost like a carbonated product, so it can take the place of a sugary soda, and it's actually healthy for you instead of being unhealthy. So you do need a starter culture called the SCOBY, S-C-O-B-Y. I'll have all the information below. Or you can get a dehydrated SCOBY online. So you can actually buy them online, or once yours grows big enough or you have a friend who's been brewing it for a while, they can actually rip part of their SCOBY off because it grows in layers and it gets bigger every time you make a new batch, and they can give it to you. So I'll take this out in a second and I'll show you what it looks like, because it looks like an alien. It's really cool. But basically what you do, I make mine in a gallon jar. So you make sure that it's a clean jar, make sure your hands are clean. I just washed my hands before this. And you have to brew your starter tea. So for a gallon, it's about 13 and a half cups of water. I put in 6 bags of tea. I do a mixture of green tea and black tea, but I do a decaf black tea because my son Alex, again the 18-month-old, he loves drinking this stuff, which is super awesome. So you mix up your starter tea and you add a cup of sugar. I just use plain white sugar. The guide that I got to learn how to make my kombucha, it recommends just plain old white sugar. You can use, fancy sugar, but they said honestly the best results and the most consistent are from white sugar. When the tea's fermented, it's eating up all the sugar anyways, so it's not like you're actually ingesting the sugar and getting all the harmful benefits or harmful side effects of that. So trying to not spill it everywhere, I'm just going to add my tea. I spilt it everywhere. Pardon me. Let me clean this up just so I'm not making a bigger mess. So, this is our kombucha that we're going to be brewing it in. Then we have from a previous batch, so if someone is sharing their SCOBY with you, they need to give you some of the starter tea, and that's where the SCOBY can live in its little jar. You actually want to put a piece of a porous material over top that it can breathe. So don't put a lid on it. I just put a piece of paper towel and then wrap an elastic around the top. But basically this is 2 cups for every gallon of the tea from the previous batch. Or with the dehydrated SCOBY, it will give you instructions on how to make your first and activate the SCOBY, and then that'll make its little starter culture. And what you're going to do is you're going to add this tea and the SCOBY right into the brewed tea that has no anything in it. So I'm going to take out so that I'm gentle with my SCOBY. I don't just want to dump it in. I'm going to show you what this is like. So it literally is like, it looks kind of like a jellyfish. It's really, you can see it's all like brown and stringy, and when it's brewing, there'll be like these strings that come down. Like it looks like an alien. So anyways, I'm gonna add my starter tea, or my tea from my previous batch, into there. I'm gonna stir it with my wooden spoon here, just to mix it all up. And then I'm gonna lovingly place my SCOBY right on top. And that is where it will sit while it's brewing. So all you do is you leave it out at room temperature for, like I said, anywhere between 10 days to 2 weeks. You can leave it up to a month. Anything over that, it's probably going to get pretty vinegary. So what it tastes like is it tastes almost like an iced tea that isn't sweet, that has a touch of vinegar side taste, but it's very pleasant. Like everyone that I've had try it, my mom, clients who I've had in the house, I just say, oh, you want a little bit of my kombucha? And everyone likes it. They don't know why. It smells like it would taste really weird, but when they taste it, they love it. My 18-month-old loves it. It's not like I'm shoving it down his throat. He actually comes up and asks for tea. And this is what he means. So you drink it cold, and so you just let it go through the regular fermentation, put it in some mason jars in the fridge, and drink it over the next 2 weeks while your next batch is being made. That's literally all you have to do. If you can drink water, which you should be doing, you can drink some kombucha, and it's going to look like regular tea, and people, unlike green smoothies, aren't going to ask you, like, what the heck are you drinking there? Unless you have some of the little kombucha parts, SCOBY parts stuck in it. So anyways, that's what kombucha is. So I wanted to show you, and I'm going to put some resources below of what it is and maybe where you can get some of the dehydrated cultures. And yeah, so if you're looking for something that literally takes 10 minutes to do and you'll benefit from it for 2 weeks, then this is your guy. If you have gut issues, digestive issues, acid reflux, like I said, bloating, IBS, constipation, diarrhea, this is your tea. You can make it in a decaffeinated form, and it is doing nothing but wonderful things for your body. So please send over any questions. Please comment below if you've tried it, what you thought of it. P.S. You can make this for like, I don't know, once you buy your starter culture, get it from someone else, it's like gotta be, I don't know, $3 or less for a batch, so over 2 weeks. Whereas in a good health food store or a good restaurant, a bottle of kombucha, like a 500 milliliter bottle, half a liter, will cost you upwards of $3 to $4. So totally easy to do it at home. Everyone can drink it. Lovely benefits, super cheap, doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, it's basically a perfect food, dare I say it, perfect drink, other than water. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you next time.